descent into the abyss in Haiti is fastest here. The one certainty is when the police SWAT team we are with cross into gang territory, they will take fire. It is now a blunt war for control of the capital. The police need to prove they can be here, the gangs that the police cannot. And it is ordinary citizens who are caught in between. Here, a passenger on a civilian bus that was hit in the street. And the days before, police said they've rescued 6 hostages in this same area and killed a leader of the 400 Mawozo gang. But the police struggle to hold ground, so the gangs, whose currency is kidnapping and drugs, are gaining far too much. Especially right here. Rounds hit the armoured vehicle. They think they see where the gunmen are. They run, but not like it's their first time under fire, perhaps even this day. They slide back. Perhaps the gang have fled down the alley.
It's this kind of intense violence that so many cite when they talk about Haiti's spiral towards collapse.
The firepower they bring doesn't in itself change who's in control. Gangs are able to block main roads at will with trucks. And it requires a major operation to clear them. We've seen these scenes play out in the last decade's wars. But now they've come to these people's homes, and it is daily terrifying. Listen to this man stop himself from saying the wrong thing about the violence.
Mal, ouais. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé là-bas?
This is a world where even the bulldozers are armoured.
And how often do they come under fire?
Souvent.
Haiti's entire police force only have one armoured car like this. Gangs now often match or outgun the police. They have a bulldozer too, demolishing rivals' houses in one area, Cité Soleil. Locals fled at night during 10 days of clashes in July that left over 470 dead, injured or missing, said the UN, as the G9 gang expanded control, burning and demolishing. Those who survived fled to nights here, where a mix of flies and rain stopped them from even sleeping. It is no life, but the UN has warned the infants still stuck in gang areas risk starvation as their parents struggle to get food aid. With the president assassinated a year ago, what's left of Haiti's emergency interim government is crumbling. The capital's vital port is strangled by gangs who control the road outside, as they do to here, the route to Haiti's entire south, where an earthquake struck also a year ago. Entire neighbourhoods are sealing themselves off with walls, these new in July, as the gangs spread in the north and east of the city, One security forces source estimating they may control or influence 3/4 of the capital. To see where acute desperation can lead, we travel to where what's left of the government rarely treads. Don't be fooled by the beauty. There is no paradise here. Only hunger, heat, trash, and the business of leaving. Traffickers' boats out to the Bahamas, Cuba, Florida if you're lucky. And while these places are sending Haitians back in record numbers, the US Coast Guard is also stopping 4 times as many this year as last. These exits are what Johnny arranges.
If we die, we die. If we make it, we make it. I'm the one who buys the boat. It can cost up to $15,000. We're hoping to get 250 people for the next trip because the boat is big.
Not everyone made it on their last trip 3 months ago.
The boat had an engine problem. Water got inside the boat. We called for help, but it took too long. 29 people died on that trip.
These aren't people who usually share their trade secrets, but maybe now they're relaxed as the authorities are busy. The boat is aging, scraps of net plugging holes, engines not fixed yet. But this is where Johnny hopes 250 people will huddle, maybe as early as next week.
I mean, not really something you want to be in on dry land, let alone out at sea, for days.
One man tells us why he saved for a year to get into here.
I
graduated and worked as a teacher, he says, but it did not work out. Now I am driving a motorcycle every day in the sun and the dust. How will I be able to take care of my family when I have one? I'm not afraid. I will be eaten by a shark or make it to America. A hope so remote, it could only exist here, where they say the choice is between fire and water, even if all day, every day, already feels like drowning. Nick Payton-Walsh, CNN, Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
Good morning. Today is Tuesday, August the 9th. The year is 2022. Gosh. That's a lot to unpack in that video of the current events that are taking place in Haiti. You know, we hear about the war in Ukraine, but they're literally living through hell in the country of Haiti right now. And this hell has been going on for quite some time. You don't really see it on the local news level, or even sometimes at the national news level. ABC, CBS, Fox. They don't really. You definitely don't see about it on Fox. I feel watching that video made me incredibly sad, because here I am, have spent the past few months renovating this house, and it's been a miserable experience. It could have been a whole lot worse if I was living in Haiti, where people are literally risking their lives, dying, attempting to leave that country, risking drowning, dehydration, heart attack. There's all kinds of health issues that happen out there on those boats. Just for them to get over to the United States and be put right back on a plane back to Haiti. I don't know what the outcome is going to be in that country. I sure wish the United States would get involved and go in there and send in a military presence to help stabilize that country, but it's not going to happen. The United States and no other country feels like they have any obligation to, because there's nothing there. There's no oil, there's no gold, there's nothing of value there that would make another country want to go in there to stabilize that country. Because of course the cost of going in there to do so, to stabilize, the cost of, we spent 20 years, did we learn anything? The 20 years that we spent over in Afghanistan and Iraq, and look at it now, it never worked out. Although I think the outcome in Haiti would be different because it's a much smaller country there. These issues in Haiti have been going on for decades. This is not nothing new. I mean, it's been going on for decades, maybe hundreds of years. And it's hard to believe that the Dominican Republic and Haiti share the same island, but the Dominican Republic is a whole different environment completely. And Haiti is just hell on earth. So I hope that some of you all we'll begin researching, reading about it. And I post that video because I really want you all to see what's going on over there. Sometimes we forget, or we don't pay attention, or we don't know what's happening in these countries. If there ever was a niggerville, Haiti is it. I mean, Haiti is worse than niggerville. Haiti is probably hell. It's probably hell on earth right now, especially for those innocent people who are caught up in the midst of all this craziness, and violence, and shooting, and no food, and starvation, and disease, and no medications, and no hospitals. It's just like, okay. That's why when you see the news and we see these people attempting to leave and flee, and when they attempt to flee, they're chewing on my chair now. I gotta stop at the store and get something for him to chew on because it's starting to get ridiculous. I meant to give him one of them little chewables. He had these little things that he can chew on. But it's early in the morning, it's about 9:30 in the morning. I've had a beautiful, productive day the past few days. I stayed made it to the gym because I was kind of nervous about this monkeypox vaccine. Did a lot of research. I think I might be okay. I think I can go back. I don't even know if I really want the monkeypox vaccine because I'm not doing anything at risk other than going to the gym. And I'm beginning to think that the likelihood of me contracting monkeypox at the gym is probably 0 to none. I think we have a lot of people who are... I wish I could see him. Let's see what he's doing. You be in bed. I'm doing a video. Hey, I'm making a video. I said be quiet. This is what I have to put up with all day. I let him out his little doggy combo. Give me that. Come here. Go over there. Here, play with this one. Give him another toy. You know, sometimes we don't realize how, our situations could be so different. Yeah, I had a miserable summer working on this house. I ain't gonna lie, this shit was hell on earth over here. Their situation was much worse. It was just hot over here, and I was dealing with a bunch of people. You walk through this house. I walk through this house and I see stuff that there was, half finished ass work. I'm like, I gotta get somebody over here to paint again. I'm like, okay, they didn't finish painting all this stuff. It's like they painted the wall, then they didn't edge it out. I'm like, okay, they didn't come down here and paint. I don't even know how some of this stuff. I guess there was so much to see. Some of the stuff I'm just gonna fix myself. All minor problems in the scheme of things after watching this video going on over there in Haiti. I got plenty of food in the refrigerator, maybe way too much food. A freezer, we got 3 refrigerators in this house, a freezer, 3 large refrigerators full of food. In fact, I just threw out some damn fruit I had purchased. I ate half of it and then realized in the back of the refrigerator, oh, that's this is where that fruit was. I had to throw it away. We don't understand how lucky we are to live in a clean environment with clean water. Clean home, a clean community, a clean city. Because what's going on with Haiti in that video, and there are multiple videos out there that you all might want to go look at and research so you can understand what's going on over there and why those people are fleeing on boats to Miami and the Bahamas or wherever they can get to just to be turned around and sent right back. Some have made it to Mexico and managed to stay and live there. Some have made it actually into Mexico. I'm not sure how. There really is no place in the world that wants to accept Haitians. They don't want to accept them. They don't want to. They just keep sending them back there. Even the United States, we've kept some, but the vast majority have been sent back to Haiti to go back to live in that hellhole that no one should. I really wish the United States could get involved and maybe stabilize that country and try to, bring some type of peace and try to get them back to normal or whatever. It's just, you have to wonder what is causing these crazy people to have all this fighting and shooting and, you know, what are they fighting over? Control of what? It just makes you wonder. And I know some of y'all are going to say, it's not like that every day over there. I'm like, yeah, it is. Stop the bullshit. That country is in dire, desperate situation right now. And it's spiraling out of control. It's going to get worse. But I'm sitting over here mad because I didn't get a vacation this summer, which I'm going to do something this week. I'm sick of sitting up in this damn house looking out these windows. I had to take care of a few things here. You know, remember I told you I had ordered some furniture from Haiti's. I was trying to cancel this. Oh, they didn't give me to run around trying to cancel this furniture. I'm going to go back to the store and say, listen, I just want to cancel this furniture. It ain't coming until November, December any damn way. Just cancel it. I don't need it anymore. I just want there are two dining room chairs I want to keep for the dining room table. But heck, I don't even need them. And we got plenty of tables in this house, including one I'm sitting at right now. We ordered a dining room table, but I'm beginning to rethink that. I might want to pause that and go back out and take a look at next year's table. We got to put something in that dining room. We have a formal dining area that, you know, isn't it something? I'm watching this video, but these people going through all this hell on earth over here in Haiti, but I'm still concerned about this dining room table I'm going to order over here. Something, you know what I'm saying? Minor issues in the scheme of things. Minor issues. Sometimes we don't realize how good our lives might be. I'm sitting in a room right now with air conditioning that I really don't even need because it's not that even hot outside right now. Air conditioner's on, I'm drinking a cup of coffee, I need some more coffee. I got this little mutt right here who's determined. Why don't you run around and play like the other dogs? Other little dogs used to run around. You know, they used to go and play. But this one here, oh no, he got to stay right under your feet. But as loud with his toys, he won't. He just got to be there and make all this racket and noise. You got to just be making all this racket and noise and biting and chewing on everything in sight. Why you won't go sit and play in your chair? Only time that he will not harass me is when I put him in his condo and put a little couple of toys in there, and then he'll lay up in his condo on his back and chew on them toys and stuff. He's truly a little baby because he likes to play a lot. The other dogs we had as they got older, they don't want to do no playing. You throw them a ball, they'd be like, oh, I'm not playing no damn ball. Give me some food. But this one here, I bought him a little toy last night. Oh, he chased that toy all over the house last night until he fell asleep. I mean, he went on for hours and hours and hours, and finally I looked over there, he was over in the corner asleep. You just gonna determine you just gonna keep biting. Angel, come on, here. Oh, here, go play the toy. But yeah, we don't realize how lucky we are to live in a situation where we don't have to deal with some of those issues that they're going through. And I'm sitting here asking myself about getting the monkeypox vaccine. I really don't need it. But they can't even get basic medicine that we take for granted that we can buy at Walgreens or Kroger or CVS. They can't get any of that. Did you all see that baby with all that, it was heartbreaking. And here we go again. This is what we deal with over here in the United States, minor issues like this. For the most of it, I'm sure there are some people here living here in the United States who are having some extreme poverty issues, but nothing like what we just saw in this video, where there's gunfire and shooting and trash burning in the streets, and you running around trying to find out how you're going to feed your children and where you're going to get food from, and housing, and your home being torn down. And we can just go on and on and on and on about the situation over there in Haiti, how horrible it is. Hey! Cut it out. Come here. Take this. Yeah, I'm going to play with another toy. But anyway, today is a beautiful day out today. I'm going to get up and get dressed and go my ass to Haiti's and work on concentrating on getting this furniture canceled, even though There was a bedroom set I had ordered, but now I've shifted some stuff around in the house. I really don't need that bedroom set. It was really nice. It was a Bernhard bedroom set that Haverty's had. Months out. It ain't coming for months. But my concern is that the headboard is so tall that we may not be able to get it up the staircase into the master bedroom. But I did see one yesterday at another Haverty store. There's another Haverty store up the street from me. I went over there to try to cancel it. You got to go back to the original store. I said, I already went to the original store. And the store manager wasn't there, so I might just call over there. But there's no need for that bedroom set. It would have been nice to get a new bedroom set, but I already have a new bedroom set. I have a new bed. The nightstands are pretty old. But so what I was trying to do is order the we'll see. I might go by there today. I am going to go by there as soon as I'm going to make me some breakfast. So I'm going to go ahead and make me another cup of coffee, make some breakfast. I was going to do a little video about this monkeypox thing because I've been doing a lot of research on it. And I'm beginning to see the likelihood of you contracting monkeypox outside of close contact with somebody is probably 0 to none. Unless you're really having close contact, skin to skin contact. You know, they have these little babies that have contracted monkeypox because, you know, someone's holding that child who was probably contracted. So they said they have 5 children who, in the United States, 5 kids that they know of who have tested for the monkeypox virus, tested positive. So, with that said, like the man said, one of these, the doctor said, in New York City, you have people riding the subways, they're on the trains, they're doing it in close contact, and monkeypox isn't spreading throughout the general population in that city. So the likelihood of you contracting monkeypox while riding the train or at a grocery store, at a gym, are probably non-existent. You're going to need a little bit more close skin contact than that. With that said, they did suggest that people who are on trains and buses and public transportation maybe wear long sleeves and long pants, so they would not, if they were sitting next to somebody or they were holding a strap on the subway, they wouldn't necessarily have to. Here we go again. Give me that. They wouldn't necessarily have to worry about having skin-to-skin contact. Minor issues like that. You ain't got nothing else to do. Go play with your toy. You just be in bed. Interrupting the video. And those of you who remember when Vanny in Vegas used to interrupt the video, Vanny in Vegas, yeah, they run around, you get their feet running around, or at least we don't hear all that racket. But anyway, I just wanted to show you all that news report about what was happening in Haiti. You know, because we always complain about we don't necessarily know about these things that are happening in black countries. Well, now you know. All right, so today is Tuesday. It is August the 9th. The year is 2022. I'm out of here and enjoy the rest of your day.